Hey everyone, I just wanted to do a bookshelf tour. My channel is called Books and Nooks because I actually have a lot of different books all over my house in each of the different rooms. So this is my main bookshelf in my living room, and what it is including is mostly YA and adult books. I have a separate shelf for World War II books, a separate shelf for religious books. In my kitchen are kind of cookbooks or like workout books, different fitness, health sort of things. So it also does not include that. And then in my closet, stored are a lot of my children's books, just because I don't have shelf room for them. So this is everything that's on my main shelf, and I started with Harry Potter because those books, oh my gosh, don't even get me started. I love them. And also they're all in hardcover. They're really pretty. I have even the British version up there of one of them. So I start my bookshelf with those. And then after that, which is, I guess, a little unique, I have them according to publication date. So right here, my newest book that I pre-ordered on Amazon was the sequel to A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness, I think her name is, and that one is arriving in the mail tomorrow, but then that one and its sequel will be moved right here. But for now, the most recent book that I have in my collection is Insurgent by Veronica Roth. So both Divergent and Insurgent kind of moved their way up front. And I got to meet both her and Liz Norris, who wrote Unraveling, at Chicago Lit Fest. So I have not had a chance to read Insurgent. I have not had a chance to read Unraveling, but I'm so excited to get a chance to read both of those. Next up, I have Wither and Fever. I want to say Fever was published in February, but I'm not 100% sure. I have read Wither, and I love it despite a lot of people not liking it. I loved it, and I'm excited to read Fever. Then I have two John Green books. I really enjoyed The Fault in Our Stars. I was not a fan of Looking for Alaska, but you know what? If you like it, that's awesome. Night School, and then I have Wild by Cheryl Strayed, which I just loved that book. It was so good. I really liked that she was like my age and she was off on a mission to discover herself, and she hiked this crazy trail. I just was really empowered by her. Then I have MWF Seeking BFF by Rachel Birchie. I also met her at Chicago Lit Fest, and yeah, it was great. Her book is really good. Then I have some by, I don't know how to say his name, Selznick. I have 3 of his books. I have not read Wonderstruck yet, but I did read the Hugo movie Companion, and of course, The Invention of Hugo Cabret. I loved that book. Then I just have miscellaneous books that have been written since then. Whateverland, Night Circus is fabulous. Read that if you have not. Just a few other ones. I'm not going to read all the titles because I think that's rather annoying. Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I'm sure a lot of people have heard about this book. However, I love it, and I thought it was really interesting that the book would just be from a collection of pictures. That's how the author came up with the story, is just from a collection of very odd photographs. Tiger Tiger is amazing, another one that you need to read if you have not, but make sure that you're older because this is definitely a very intense book. Anna and the French Kiss was okay. The next one, The Events of October, that was the book that I just was kind of exploring a bookshop, and I just saw it on the shelf, and I absolutely loved it. It was a really fast read because it was so exciting. Unfortunately, it is a true story about a murder-suicide at a college in Kalamazoo. Kalamazoo College is a small private college, and the author, Gail Griffin, is a professor there, so she wrote about it from what she knew about what had happened then, and it was just a very well-rounded account of both sides of the story and about the unfortunate situation. She also writes books that have essays in them, and so I also have Season of the Witch and essays on teaching in the mother tongue. But those are probably only for people who really like reading random essays. The Events of October is for anyone who likes a good mystery. And again, unfortunately, it is actually a true mystery. Or it's not really, I guess, a mystery, but a true crime novel. True crime book. And then I have some by Audrey Niffinger. I don't know how to say her name because she writes a lot of scenery into her books that I have been personally, and it's always fun to read about places that you've physically been. I have the Hunger Games books, but I have not read the last one yet. Just a bunch of other ones, The Help, of course. Next shelf, I have all of Dan Brown books because I love him. Twilight, I liked the first book, but I didn't really like the rest of them. I kept buying them, waiting for them to get good, and then I didn't really think they did. After Breaking Dawn, all those other books on the shelf I have yet to read, but I need to. So I think I need to stop buying books and just read the ones I have. Let's see, Proust and the Squid, that's really interesting about reading and neuroscience. Animal Vegetable Miracle I loved because of just how vivid her imagery was in that book. I mean, in all her books, she's very descriptive, and I love it. Let's see, what else? Slave is amazing. If you have not read Slave, you need to. And then my bottom shelf, let's see. I love his Dark Materials books, but I haven't finished The Amber Spyglass. I still need to read that. So basically, I feel like I'm repeating that there's a lot of books I need to read. So possibly for August, I will go on a book buying ban and just read the books that are actually on my shelf. In addition to these, I also have a ton in storage, like I said, and then a ton on other shelves too. So this is my bookshelf.